Problem 26 asks us to write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line. So we know that we need a line in y equals mx plus b format. That means we need a slope and a y-intercept. So let's identify our y-intercept. So when our line crosses the y-axis, and that happens when y is equal to 4. So our b is 4. And our slope, well, to do that, we need 2 points that it crosses through. We have one, and now I've identified another one. So let's see. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's down 4, so that's negative 4. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right 5. So that means our slope is negative 4/5. And our y-intercept is 4. So our equation is y equals negative 4/5 x plus 4. That's the equation of our line. For number 28, we're asked to find the slope of the line through each pair of points. So we know that slope is equal to rise over run, which is delta y over delta x. And we can go even further and say y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go up here. We know that we have an x and a y for each point. It doesn't matter which is the first point and which is the second point. I've just decided to make this the first point and this the second point. So y2 is going to be negative 3. Remember to put in the minus. Y1 is negative 10. Y2 is negative 3. His x has to go directly underneath him. So that's negative 4. Minus, because that's just part of the equation. That's how you find a difference. The other x, which is negative 8. Now let's keep in mind that minus a negative makes a plus. So we have negative 3 plus 10. That gives me negative 7. And we have negative 4 negative 3 plus 10 gives me a positive 7. And then we have negative 4 plus 8, which gives me a positive 4. So our final answer is 7 over 4. Our slope here is 7 over 4. For problem 30, we're asked to write the answer as a sum. This means we're going to need a generic rectangle to multiply this out. We have two binomials that we would like to multiply. And we use a generic rectangle to do just that. So we have 5n minus 6 times 3n plus 3. 3n times 5n is 15n squared. 3n times negative 6 is negative 18n. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. 3 times 5 is 15n. Okay, so let's write the insides. We have 15n squared minus 18n plus 15n minus 18. We need to combine our like terms here. We have a minus 18n and a plus 15n. 15n squared minus 3n minus 18. And that's our answer as a sum. Okay, problem 32 is a proportion. That means this is the one and only time that we cross multiply. Therefore, we have 6 times 7 is equal to 5 times the quantity r minus 3. We have to distribute this 5. So we have 5 times r, which is 5r. 5 times negative 3, which is negative 15. 6 times 7 is positive 42. Now I'm going to add 15 to both sides. That gives me 57 is equal to 5r. I'm going to divide both sides by my coefficient of r. And r equals, well, 5 goes into 57 11 times. And then we have 2 left over, our whole, which is 5. So it's 11 and 2/5. R is equal to 11 and 2/5. Okay, in this case, this is very simple. We just want to know the slope-intercept form of the equation that has a slope of 4/3 and a y-intercept of 1. So we just plug in 4/3 for our slope being m, and 1 for our y-intercept being b. So our equation is y equals 4/3 x plus 1. And we're done there. The very last problem asks us to find the line that goes through the point negative 5, 5, and is parallel to the line y equals negative x plus 1. Well, we know that parallel lines have the same slope. So that means our line, since it's parallel to y equals negative x plus 1, is going to have the same slope. So our line is going to have a slope of negative 1, since that's the slope in y equals negative x plus 1. We also know that our line goes through the point negative 5, 5. So that means we can say y equals mx plus b. Well, y is 5, m is negative 1, x is negative 5, up here, plus b. We don't know what b is yet. Okay, 5 is equal to negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5 plus b. Well, I subtract 5 from each side, and I get b is equal to 0. So that means the equation of my line is y equals negative 1x plus 0. I can simplify this greatly. Y equals negative x. I don't have to put the negative 1. The negative takes care of it. And I don't have to put this plus b because my b was 0. And 0 doesn't need to be written. If we're just plusing 0, it doesn't do anything. So we have y equals negative x.